Now, after we made sure that all required fields are filled in and passwords do match, we're ready to send information to Parse to complete the registration. And to begin, we need to create special type object which is called user, and populate it with the fields that we have. So I'll create a new variable, my user, and this is going to be a special type which is pf user. I said variable, but actually I'm creating a constant here, so please forgive me for that. Okay, so and then I say my username is equal to user email. Okay, not well, how did we call email address? Oh, we just call it username. Okay, username equals user name. Notice that I did not have to create this project myself from scratch. This object comes from Parse SDK, and it has a username property already there, so I didn't have to create this. Okay, my user password is equal to user password, and my user email is equal to user name, right? Because in our registration, username is our email address. Okay, so this is it for the built-in properties that match our registration form. The rest values for the first name and the last name, these are not standard property for PF object, so we need to set them a little bit different. We'll set them as an object value, so we say set object, and then we type user first name for the key user first name, or we just say first name. Okay, and we will do the same thing for the last name, user last name for key last name. It is important that these keys, they match data structure that we have in Parse. If the key does not match, it will create a new one. Okay, so just make sure that these fields match the fields we've created in Parse user table. And the last one, which is profile picture, my user set object, and this is going to be our profile image data. No, we've left a comment for ourselves that we need to create this PF file. Okay, so that's a special type. So if profile image data is not equal to null, we need to create another special type file which is called PF file. So I'll say let profile image file equals to PF file, and it accepts NS data, which is profile image data we have. Okay, so if it's not nil, then we need to set it. I will actually need to restructure my code a little bit now. So I will say my user set object image file for the key profile picture, and because I have declared this earlier, I will need to move it a little bit above here, or maybe, yeah, let's keep it here. Okay, so first we declare an object populated with the fields that we have, and then we read image profile data, and if it's not nil, we set the object with our profile image data into a profile file and are ready to send it to Parse now. When we send information to Parse, it's also very much simplified already. So my user object, my user or PF user, has a built-in function called sign up in background with block. So I'll use this one, and then I'll hit enter, and for the Boolean value I will also hit enter, and we'll create a new variable called success. And for NS error, also hit enter and create an object error void, and this is my code here. So basically, if everything goes well, if user signs up, if the sign up call succeeds, this value success, is going to be true. If something goes wrong, the object here we have error, it will be populated with some error information, and we can read its, for example, localized message description and display it to the user. But messages that come from SDK usually aren't very technical, so we might want to be in control of the situation and provide a custom error message. So let's go ahead and implement this little piece of code. Well, first of all, we want to display an alert message. If everything goes well or there's an error, we want to display an alert message. So I'll copy this code that displays an alert message, and I'll paste it into my block here. Now, but alert message should be different. So let me take this message out. For example, I'll say I'll create a new variable, user message, and this variable will be equal to something like a default user message, registration is successful, thank you. Okay, and now we say if it's not success, for example, if not success, then error message will differ, and we can come up with a custom message. Could not register at this time, please try again later, something like this. Could not register at this time, please try again later. Or we can read the localized description message from the alert message. For example, I will comment it out for at this time, and say user message equals to error localized description, and that will return the description message from SDK. Okay, and next we display an alert message, OK action, and once we tap on OK, the action will be dismissed, and we will end up with the sign up page presented again. Let's improve this a little bit and say, for example, when OK button is tapped, we will actually do something. And for example, if it's success, if everything is okay, if registration is successful, then we will dismiss the view controller, because registration is successful and we want user to sign in. And completion, no, we'll just do no. Okay, so let's build it. So if registration is successful, we dismiss sign up view controller, else a user will stay on the same page until we correct their issue. Okay, and now we are ready to start it and see how it works. Okay, so I'll go to sign up page, type in my email address first. Oh, I did not select the picture, so I'll select the picture, and now password, some digits, repeat the same digits, and then first name, and then scroll a little bit, last name, and then scroll a little bit and tap on sign up button. Okay, so information is being sent. I can see this little activity indicator circling, but we will later implement proper activity indicator and we get an alert message, registration is successful. Very good. So technically now, because it is a successful alert message, we the alert message will disappear as soon as we tap on OK button, and the sign up view controller should be dismissed. Okay, and we are ready to log in. So registration is successful. Let's go on to our Parse and then see if data is here. So we have a user object. I click on it and now I refresh data. Here we go. We have one user with username, which is email address, and we have email address text field, first name, created, updated, last name, and profile picture. If I click on profile picture, it will be downloaded to my computer and I can preview it. So let's try again, for example, but this time we will generate an error message. Let's try disconnecting from internet. I'll turn off my Wi-Fi and see what's going on. What will go wrong? And I'll select picture and I will provide my email address and my password, and I will repeat the same password, first name, scroll up a little bit, and last name. Sign up. Okay, we get an alert message, but this time it is an error message that comes from SDK. Internet connection appears to be offline. Tap on OK and we stay on the same place. We didn't go anywhere because of our business logic we've implemented. We dismiss view controller only if we are successful with registration, and if we're not successful, we get a localized description message. So let's put a breakpoint here and tap again. Yes, this is the error message that comes from Parse. So if I step further, I get internet connection appears to be offline. Okay, so we now know how to register user, how to validate fields, and we can continue.